All right, Shalom, Yasha'Allah. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hasham Rakah Kodash, for giving me the spirit and the time to do this lesson. And Lord willing, it be edifying to the hopeful elect. All right. Much respect to all the elders and the apostles that have taught me everything that I know, through their obedience, and through their calling to be the watchmen of Yasha'Allah, through their obedience mainly. Shalom to you that are in the highways and hedges, doing your due diligence, being a watchman for Yasha'Allah and teaching on highways and hedges and feeding the elect, and sacrificing your body and your lives to do so, Shalom to you. Shalom to you, Israelite sisters that are in order. And shalom to you, Israelites scattered abroad and may look like these other nations. All right. Shalom means peace be unto you, by the way. All right. This lesson here, and this has been on my spirit because I came across a post the other day that kind of, I've been wanting to do a lesson on this for a while, but I came across a little post the other day that kind of made me like, I got to do a lesson on this, It just moved me to do this lesson. So Lord willing, to be edifying. But basically, in a nutshell, man, F reparations, I almost want to title this lesson F reparations, man, because, this ain't our rest. Don't ever expect reparations from this damn devil, man. These Edomites, they will never give you reparations, okay? Never. Even if they had it. You know what I mean? America's trillions in debt. And they're in the middle of fumbling their kingdom, and they're in the middle of they're in the midst of desperation, man. They're sending money to Israel and Ukraine, all these Edomite countries, man, to basically keep a hold of so-called white supremacy. Because it's failing. It's almost over with. So we ain't got to worry about reparations from these people. We're about to own the world, man. Scriptures say Jacob is the end of the world. No, Esau is the end of the world. Slakia, slip of the tongue. Esau is the end of the world, which is the so-called white man. He's ruling at the end of the world, and he's in charge of this ghetto, this dump that we're currently living in, that no one's happy in. They're the rulers of this dump. And it says Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's 2 Ezra 6 and 9. Okay. So we're going to rule the whole world next. That's our reparations. All we need to do is be patient and wait and trust in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Okay. And Lord willing, this listen be edifying, because I've got a few precepts I want to bring out. And I want to lay this to rest for any of you out there that are in this truth, that are listening to, what's his name, Rashad Singleton or something like that. I believe his name is Rashad Singleton on Instagram. That man, all he does is talk about reparations, but he claims to be in the truth. This man clearly doesn't have the understanding. And, I ain't trying to disrespect the man. You know what I mean? I have nothing personal against him. I just know that when I think of him, all I think of is, how he goes hard for reparations, because that's the main thing he focuses on, and yet he claims to be in the truth, but he possesses very, very little, if any, understanding, because a man that truly possesses the understanding of the Holy Bible, they would understand that without a doubt that, hoping for reparations from this devil in a failed kingdom, in a place that's getting ready to be destroyed, is absolutely ludicrous, man. Okay. So anyway, let me bring out a few precepts, and I hope you like this picture right here, man. It just something I had, and I was actually looking for going through my photos, looking for certain things to put together for this lesson. And I thought to myself, this will be the perfect image to sort of have on the screen while I'm just speaking for a minute. And it goes hand in hand with this lesson, because that's Esau being a damn grabbler, being a damn muddy grubbing, greasy little weasel like he is, man. You know what I mean? Big hook nose. I ain't gonna say too much, man, okay? Because they'll get me for anti-sem, if you get what I'm saying. But that's these people, man. Greedy as hell. That's Esau in a nutshell right there. You know what I mean? Hoarding all the gold. These damn notifications. Anyway, let me pull up a precept or two. First, I'm gonna turn to the book of Sirach 14:7. You know, actually, I'm going to start at verse 5. So this is Sirach, otherwise known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, which was taken out of the Holy Bible. This King James Version 16:11. All right. This is Sirach 14:5. It says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?" So, you know, in this case, you got Esau, right? He's the ruler of the earth. He's the one that can click his fingers and basically spread righteousness in the world because the earth is given into him. You know what I mean? Job 9:24 states that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. The Bible calls the nation of Edom the wicked, right? So he's ruling the earth and he's oppressing everybody, even his own people. So if he would oppress and mistreat his own people, the so-called white man, then what makes you think that he's gonna give your black ass some reparations, man? He ain't gonna do nothing nice for you, not willingly. We'll get to that. But it says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He ain't gonna be good to you. He's evil to his own people, man. It says he shall not take pleasure in his goods. Because this man can't be satisfied, basically. He can never have enough, right? That's why he don't take pleasure in his goods, okay? This man owns the world and he still wants more. He wants to chip you all up and make you a perpetual slave under his MOTB digital currency system that he's setting up, man. Okay, that's his ultimate goal of his NWO agenda. You know what I mean? He has an insatiable appetite for power and money and wealth. The man owns the world, but he still can't have enough, man. He ain't gonna give you nothing, okay? Not even the crumbs from his table. It says in verse 6, "There is none worse than he that envieth himself." And this is a recompense of his wickedness, right? It says in verse 7, and this is the point, it says, "And if he doeth good, giving you benefits," you know, even if he gives you reparations, right? Say he was to give you reparations, that's doing good, right? It says, if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. This man is doing it because he has to appear to be righteous. The spotlight's on him. The whole world's watching him. He ain't doing it out of the goodness of his heart. I guarantee you that. The only reason he gives so many women, like, of our nation, you know, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, he give these women food stamps, WIC, you know, all kind of benefits like Section 8 housing and stuff. He only does that because he has to, because he's running a system. He's running a world where you have people that depend on that for survival. Most people on benefits, they actually depend on that. They need that because this world don't go in their favor. This world isn't set up in a way where everybody can have access to wealth. So some people have lots of children and no way to have them looked after, you know, for certain circumstance, under certain circumstances and stuff. So Esau has to set up these programs to where, you know, you're able to raise these children and put food in their mouth. You know what I mean? But he ain't doing it because he wants to. He's doing it because he basically has to, man. He ain't got a choice, and he is pissed off about that. Let me play a quick video, right? Let's go back to this, right? 1 second. First video I want to play is this. Check this out.
So a lot of folks have heard this phrase, right? 40 acres and a mule. As you say, a lot of people thought, okay, this just never happened. And your reporting is called 40 Acres and a Lie. What's the truth behind this program? What do people not know?
What people don't know is that it wasn't just a promise that was broken. People were received land titles. We found more than 1,250 people who got land titles, men and women. They picked out their plots of land, mostly on the plantations where they were enslaved. Actually, not everyone got 40 acres, which is another misconception. It was up to 40 acres. And then people were living there. They were planting their crops. They were selling them in Savannah. Some of them formed governments. They elected a sheriff. They were living their lives, and they lived there for like up to a year and a half before they were kicked off.
How did they get kicked off the land that the government gave them?
Basically, because Lincoln was assassinated. I mean, they had promised this land. They gave land titles. The government said, this is yours. You deserve it. You're going to keep it. But Congress needed to make those titles permanent. They had a majority in Congress who were willing to do it. But Andrew Johnson, he was the vice president. He was a white supremacist. He sided with the planters who wanted their land back, and he vetoed every effort to make those land titles permanent.
You did a little more research to talk about the value of the land. This is an important part of your reporting here. 1 4-acre lot that you identified in Jacksonville, Florida, based on a sale last year, that it would, today, 40 acres would be worth $2.5 million there. It's not just the land that was lost here in your reporting. Tell me about what else you found.
Yeah, well, just that generational wealth that wasn't passed on. You know, this 40...
Anyway, you know, I don't possess the rest of that video. Let's go back to this image. I don't possess the rest of that video. You know, it cuts short. I don't know where I can find the full video. But basically, in a nutshell, Esau ain't trying to do nothing nice for you niggas, man. Okay? You know, you had apparently, I don't know how true all this is that she was saying. This, I'm just going by what I came across here. But basically, Abraham Lincoln apparently gave certain people some land, right? But then when he was assassinated, it was taken away from them, you know? They were like, hell no. It's probably part of the reason he was assassinated, I'm pretty sure. Because anytime anybody does anything nice for so-called black people, they become a target, you know? You know, if a so-called white woman starts dating a so-called black man, you best believe she's going to share in part of his curses. She's going to be called a nigger lover. She's going to be hated, talked about, mistreated. Her children going to be bullied, whatever. She's going to be disowned from her family. Because them curses going to rub off on you if you get too close to us, basically, man. Anyone tries to help us, hey... You gonna be the enemy of Esau Edom too, okay? He ain't gonna respect you, you know. When women are seen with mixed race children, what they call mixed race, they're really Israelite children. But when a woman is seen walking around with them children, you know, immediately people stop and stare, man. And they you know, they make them feel uncomfortable. You know, like there's something wrong with them for having so-called mixed race children, right? But anyway, let me not blabber on, man. You know, in a nutshell, that last video I just played, that last clip, basically shows you that Esau ain't trying to do nothing nice for you niggas, man. All right? I can go even a bit further because I got a few more videos I want to play. Let me just quickly turn to the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. All right, so this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, as for us, the Israelites, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. You know, because we're constantly searching for justice and peace from these devils, from our enemies, from our oppressor. But our eyes are constantly failing for our vain help. You know, vain... the best way I can describe the word vain is pointless or hopeless, you know. Yeah, you might want to look up the definition for yourself. I ain't going to do it for the sake of time, Salakia, but most of you understand what vain means anyway. You know, pointless, hopeless, you know. You know, when you're seeking help from these people, it's pointless, basically, right? says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain hope. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. These devils can't save us, man, because, they're our enemy. They're our persecutors, They're the ones that were put over us by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to keep us down, because we're under curses. And he used the Edomite, the so-called white man, to be our whipping stick, basically, man. There's a scripture that speaks about how Esau is a sword. The Lord uses these devils as his sword. It's to punish us, basically, man. That's why he set them up above us. It's not because they're stronger. There ain't no way in hell these, scriptures even say they're weaker than us. In Genesis 25, it says that one nation shall be stronger than the other. It's blatant who that is. We're spiritually stronger, mentally stronger, physically stronger, all of that. We're just a stronger people than them. But we're at the bottom, underneath them, way beneath them, because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai used them to punish us. He gave them power over us. It was all set up by the Lord. And so these people, you so-called white people that might be watching this and kissing your teeth, hey, don't get too proud and cocky because you're over us. It ain't because you're better than us at all, So get that idea out of your head. Now, I want to turn to another preset real quick, and then I'm going to play another video. So I'm going to turn to Deuteronomy 28 and 68 because, we're under curses, and ain't no man that's going to be able to come and free us from these curses, man. Like it relates to this precept here, how we have watched for a nation that couldn't save us, by voting for Donald Trump or Bush, Biden, even Kamala Harris, because she's not one of our people either, and Barack Obama. They're set up to look like they're our people because they have a little bit of melanin in their skin, but they're not our people. They would never set one of our people up over us, man. You know what I mean? It's all an illusion. And our people fall for it every damn time because they're simple. Jake is simple, man. But, we're looking for a nation that can't save us, man. The only one that's going to be able to save us is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and it mentions that in the precept I'm about to bring out. One sec. Now, Deuteronomy 28 and 68 goes into the curses that we'll be under for disobeying the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? And we're living in them curses until the Lord redeems us from our captivity. This is what salvation's all about, for us to be delivered from our enemies, okay? Because our enemies rule over us, which is the so-called white man, as well as these other nations, these heathen, anyone that's not an Israelite, right? Let me just pull up a quick precept before I read Deuteronomy 28 and 68, because it says how these curses will be a sign upon us forever, a perpetual sign forever. And basically that means, I just found it, but basically that means that even to this very day, you'll be able to tell who the Israelites are through the curses that they're under. We've become an astonishment to the nations, man. The whole world is stirred up by the things that we do. We're just out of control. We're a loose cannon. We're a wild bull in a china shop, man. Wild bull in a net or whatever. You know what I mean? Reckless, man. So they've got a whole platform, World Star Hip Hop, that displays our folly. Our folly is on full display before the whole world, man. What other nation has a platform like that? That alone lets you know who the Israelites are, because we're under the curses. We're at the bottom of society. Esau's got his damn foot on our neck. Anytime we try to rise, he prevents that from happening. Does that happen to these small hats that are living in the land of Jerusalem right now? Hell no, man. They've received reparations. They're receiving that reparations to this day. proving that they're not the biblical Israelites. Israelites ain't getting no damn reparations. They're under curses. So it says here in Deuteronomy 28:46, and they shall be, right, these curses. Let me start 45 actually. Salakia. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. And you could tell that we're in a destroyed state right now when you got people like Sexy Red that are being idolized in this world, right? It says, because thou hearkenest, meaning, listen, paid attention or cleaved. It says, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh, the Lord in all caps is Yahweh. That's the name of the Most High. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, right? So because we don't acknowledge the Lord, and the Christian church is set up to keep us from the truth. It's a very, it's kind of like a plot twist. Everyone runs to the church thinking that's the way to salvation when they don't realize that that's the way to, that's like running away from salvation, running to the church. You're going to get more lost in the place where you think you're getting the truth because the devil rules the world and he set it up perfectly to destroy us and keep us from our power, from our Lord, right? So it says these curses will overtake us till we be destroyed. Verse 46, it says, and they shall be upon thee, these curses, they'll be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder and upon thy seed forever. So our children and our children's children and our children's children's children forever are always going to be under these curses, killing each other in the street. Yes, that's part of the curses too. Scriptures say that the tender and delicate man, it says it in 54, Deuteronomy 28:64, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. That's so-called black on black crime, right? That's why we constantly killing each other, hating each other, selling each other drugs, and sleeping with each other's wives, right? That's your eye being evil toward your brother. It says, oh, and Bloods and Crips. It says, and toward the wife of his bosom, because our men, treat our women like crap. And, I can't say our women don't deserve it a lot of times because our women are totally through. They've been deceived by feminism and this Western lifestyle and that ratchet behavior, So this is just part of the curses for a woman to be like that and for a man to mistreat his woman, right? It says it right here. It says, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, right? So our children, we're going to be evil toward them. It says, which he shall leave. We're known as being deadbeat dads. Our children are known as being fatherless, And it's a vicious cycle because when a child grows up fatherless, they end up becoming more destroyed. And then their children after that become more destroyed because they're in a destroyed state trying to raise children with no understanding because they never had a father. So those children have no hope. And it's just generation after generation. It just gets worse and worse till we're destroyed, till what you see today. A bunch of hooligans running around, dread-headed up, their pants sagging, pumping drill music, man. Okay, this is the state that our people are in because we are the true biblical Israelites. We're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28. But the point is, let's skip down because I'm making this lesson longer than it needs to be. And I have a habit of doing that, and you have to forgive me, all right? But Lord willing, this is still edifying. So verse 68 says, and the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, shall bring thee into Egypt. Egypt is not talking about the land of Egypt. It means America, or bondage, because America is the place of the Israelites' captivity. That's where most of the Israelites were shipped off to during the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, America is known as spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt. So the Lord will bring us into Egypt, meaning bondage, again with ships, transatlantic slave trade, right? No other nation went into slavery on slave ships. It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, it says, thou shalt see it no more again, meaning we're not going to see our homeland, Jerusalem, again. You might be able to go there on holiday, but you're not going to be dwelling in that land again, right? It says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. So basically, wherever you got off, them slave ships, those are your enemies, you know, the so-called white man. You know, we were sold to them. We were sold to other nations too. But, you know, wherever we were sold to, they're our enemies, man. These heathen, right? It says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, right? Slave man, slave woman. No man shall buy you, okay? It's important that you understand what this is saying when it says no man shall buy you. It means that no man will redeem us from our captivity, because you're able, back in the days when we were in slavery, people were able to purchase and redeem a slave. You know what I mean? But so it's not talking about that kind of buy you. People were buying slaves left, right, and center. That was a big business. But what it means is that no man will redeem us from our captivity, like Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan. You know, all these people that try to rise up and do something for us, man, to help so-called black people come out of the condition they're in. It's not your time to come out of your condition, man. Because if you was to rise up and come into power and you're not under the Holy Spirit, you're not under the Spirit, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, then you're not ready for rulership. You're not ready to be in power with a destroyed mind, especially living in the land of your captivity. You know what I mean? There's only one way to salvation, that's through Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. So we have to come back to our power in order to be put back in the position that we are supposed to be in. And nothing else is going to work. You have to understand this. This is the story of life. This is the whole story of planet Earth is about the racism and the oppression of the so-called black man. Okay? And you're never ever going to achieve what you're looking for through them. You know, that's vain help. You're not going to get the help you're hoping for through these people, man. Okay? Lamentations 4:17, like I just read, man. All right? So let me play another video real quick. Lord willing, you've been edified thus far. All right? Hope I'm not rambling on too much. Now, I want to show you this video right here because you got this guy named Mitch McConnell, right? I think his name is, this politician, right? And he claims that this is what Edomites think. These are Edomites right here, okay? They're our enemies. They're not our friends. They're our enemies, right? And you can look at them and see that they are pure evil. They're devils, okay? They're not of the Lord. They're the ungodly. They're the wicked. There's many names for this nation. The Lord ain't dealing with this nation. They were put here for a specific reason. They're not put here because the Lord loves everybody. He created us all and we're all equal. No, that's Christianity. That's a manipulation of your mind that you need to break free from, you know, and you're only going to do that by hearkening unto the true words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is coming through the prophets that he sent in these end times. But just most of you don't have the spirit and the discernment to recognize them. But anyway, I'm going to play this video and I'll speak on it real quick. One sec.
I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago for whom none of us currently living are responsible is a good idea. We've tried to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We've elected an African-American president. I think we're always a work in progress in this country, but no one currently alive was responsible for that. And I don't think we should be trying to figure out how to compensate for it. First of all, it'd be pretty hard to figure out who to compensate. We've had waves of immigrants as well who've come to the country and experienced dramatic discrimination of one kind or another. So no, I don't think reparations are a good idea.
And you knew that was coming. They ain't gonna give your black ass no reparations, man. Okay? It's the devil we're talking about. How you gonna think the devil gonna help you? That's crazy. That's ludicrous. But that's what Christianity does. It keeps you docile. It keeps you thinking that everybody's your friend, that these people actually love you, and that there's some hope that they might be nice to you one day. That's what Christianity does. It keeps you docile. It keeps you lost and confused as to what's really going on in this world, man. Okay? That's why you got to learn from the true prophets that the Lord set up in these end times. But basically, what he's trying to say is that, they weren't he's not responsible for what happened hundreds of years ago, right? He's saying that he's not responsible. You are responsible, you goddamn devil. Okay? That's all I got to say about that. These people make me sick to my stomach. Anyway, the scriptures say, I'm going to read it right here, Isaiah 14:21, right? Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So when they say, wait, it wasn't me. Look at him. Got the gat to his face, He says, it wasn't me. And the Lord says, I don't care if you say it wasn't you, it was my ancestors. We got to prepare slaughter for his children. The people who you say it wasn't me, it was them. It was my ancestors. Well, you're the children, okay? You so-called white people that are living in the world today, you're benefiting off of slavery, okay? You have a system set up through the blood, sweat, and tears of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that keeps you in perpetual rulership and wealth. You hand down wealth to your children and your children's children, and you've set up a system to where we don't have that luxury, okay? So you say it wasn't me, it was them, as if justice can be served to people that are in the grave. But what you don't understand is reincarnation, which goes on a whole deeper level than you can understand. Reincarnation is biblical, and you are your children back again. You are your ancestors back again in the reincarnation living today. So yes, it really was you, okay? But not only that, even if it wasn't you, it says prepare slaughter for his children, right? Which are here today. You so-called white people that are living in the world today benefiting off of what your ancestors did. Scriptures say prepare slaughter for you, for the iniquity of your fathers, right? For what your fathers did to us. Alligator bait, redlining, Jim Crow, all of that, man. It says that they do not rise. So the Lord says, prepare slaughter for you. You so-called white people, you're getting ready to be slaughtered in a mass number. It says that you do not rise nor possess the land because the Lord don't want you ruling the earth anymore because you're just messing everything up, man. It says, nor fill the face of the world with cities. The Lord don't want these disgusting concrete jungles all over the world that are destructive to nature. Everywhere I go, I see animals looking for land to dwell in, man. Deers have no place to live anymore, barely. You know what I mean? Foxes running in the streets and stuff, getting run over. I see roadkill everywhere. It shouldn't be roadkill. Shouldn't be no such thing as roadkill. But the reason things like that exist is because everywhere is full of concrete. It's not a healthy habitation for these animals, man. Because you got the wicked in rulership that are destructive to this world, the way they set this whole thing up. It's not the right way, man. But anyway, yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Okay, and there's one more thing he mentioned. Let me just quickly play this video again because he was speaking about Obama being our reparations. I don't know if any of you caught that, but check it out. Listen carefully. He talks about Obama because he was talking about a black president or something like that being our reparations. Watch this. He's talking about Obama, though.
I don't think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago for whom none of us currently living are responsible is a good idea. We've, tried to deal with our original sin of slavery by fighting a civil war, by passing landmark civil rights legislation. We've elected an African-American president. I think
Right there. He said we've elected an African-American president, which he's referring to Barack Obama. And Barack Obama was not African-American. Like I said, they've deceived you into thinking that you had a black president. You really didn't. He wasn't one of us. He was a Hamite, okay? And Kamala Harris is a Elamite. They're not Israelites. They're so different than me and you, okay? They're not blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans at all. They're our oppressor. You know, even this very guy speaking right here, Mitch McConnell, he, in another interview, could be the same one he's speaking in now, he said that Barack Obama and him have a lot in common when it comes to reparations because they both are descendants of slaves, slave owners. Slovakia, not slaves, slave owners. They're both descendants of slave owners. Shows that they're our enemy, man. These people are not our people, man. All right? You gotta wake up and understand this, man. So he thinks that Barack Obama was our reparations. This is what they think of us. They are not for us, okay? They're not, they don't love us. When will you people get this through your thick skull, man? It's crazy. But anyway, let me pull out another precept or two, right? Because our reparations is coming, and this is the point I wanted to get at in this lesson, man. But for right now, I'm gonna prove to you that, you know, this isn't our rest, you know, and we shouldn't hope for anything good to happen to us in this world, man. All right, let me just turn to Micah 2:10 real quick. All right, it says, Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart. This is talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You got to detach yourself from this place because it's done. Not only because of the fact that it's a done deal, this place is through, but because this is not our rest. This is the land of our captivity. This is not the place of our rest. We're not supposed to be here having a good time. I'm not saying that you can't try to make your life as comfortable as possible, but you don't think that you're going to be equal to these people ever. Don't think that you're going to be living here and everyone's going to accept you as a citizen of Earth, because they all want you gone from the Earth, man. They like to take what you bring to the Earth, which is pretty much everything. You know, our people have invented everything that exists almost. But, and if you think I'm lying, come in my comment board and I'll prove to you. All right? That's a whole nother lesson. But if any of you think I'm bullshitting when it comes to that, we pretty much invented damn near everything in this world because we are the Lord's people. All right? And we did that in our captivity. All right? Imagine when we're thriving and ruling. Right. But, you know, this isn't our rest. I'm kind of going off topic a bit. Let me get back on point, right? It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This ain't our rest, okay? It's our captivity. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. You know, if you trying to call this place home, man, this devil's kingdom, you're going to end up being a victim of it, all right? Because this place is wicked to the core, and it's not set up for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to live comfortably, all right? It's set up for them. Now, I've got another preset I want to bring out because, you know, this further proves that this is our captivity and not our rest, and this is Baruch 3:8. All right, Baruch 3:8. It says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. Just like I said, man. You know, it's talking about this day that we're living in now, this current day, to this day, you know. It says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, you know, because they say that we're not in slavery anymore, but we are. It's just a different form of slavery. They're giving you the illusion of freedom. It's like basically an open-air prison, man. Okay? You're not free. You can't even... There ain't no free speech, you know what I mean? You can't live off the grid, you know? You're robbed you get a paycheck, you gotta hand it all to them. It's crazy. You think you're free? We're in our captivity, man. Wake up. It says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity where thou hast scattered us, because we're the Israelites that was scattered among these nations, right? Through the transatlantic slave trade. It says, for a reproach, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, right? So people hate us, call us bywords, call us the N-word, call us monkeys, call us lazy, call us thugs. What do they call us? Super predators. I remember that one, right? And it says, and to be subject to payments, right? So the reason we're subject to payments is because of the iniquity of our fathers. Let me just speak on this subject to payments real quick though, right? Because you're forced to work a 9 to 5, which in a righteous society, yeah, people have to work to live, right? To earn a living, right? But the system that they've set up is unjust. It's unrighteous, man. You know, it's basically slavery. It ain't right for a man to be forced to work a 9 to 5 just to feed these corporations, you know? This is not the way it's meant to be, but you know, this is the curses we're under. This is why we're doing this, is because we're living in the land of our captivity under the so-called white man. We're not in our own homeland where we can abide by our own rules and laws and live peacefully. You know, we have to live under this devil, man. So this is why we're subject to payments, right? You gotta pay your rent, you gotta pay your taxes, you gotta pay TV license, right? That's laughable. TV license in the UK. Crazy, man. Subject to payments. It says, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, because our ancestors sinned against the Lord, which is ultimately us, right? In the reincarnation. It says, which departed from the Lord our power, right? So when Moses was given the 10 Commandments in the wilderness, you know, we made a covenant with the Lord, a blood covenant that we would keep the Lord's statutes and commandments, man. And the Lord said, if we keep the commandments, then, you know, all these blessings would happen to us. We'd rule the world and this and that, you know, the whole world would benefit from it. But because we're under the curses right now, because we sinned against the Lord, we're subject to payments, we're a reproach, we're a curse, and all the other nations are suffering too, because we're not in rulership, right? But anyway, you get the gist, right? We're still in our captivity right now, okay? So this isn't a place for us to be seeking reparations, because you're only going to give it right back to them, man. Let me quickly pull up another video real quick, okay? I know you're going to like this one. Check this out.
You know, a lot of my people not gonna like this, but I gotta say it anyway, man. Fuck reparations, bro. Stop looking and looking to the oppressor to help you. They can't help you. They can't fix. There's no amount of money in the world they can give you to fix what they did to you. Understand? They took our roots from us. How are you gonna fix that with a paycheck? Huh? These people kidnapped us, sold our families, fed our babies to alligators. How the fuck is you gonna fix that with a damn paycheck, bro? Y'all not thinking. We trapped anyway. We need liberation. First, we need to be liberated. We still under the authority of the oppressor. So even if they were to give us fucking reparations, a paycheck, we not gonna do nothing but turn around and give it back to them. Why? Because we are still under their authority. We still in this country. We still in the land of our oppressor. We not free. We need liberation. First, we need justice. Ain't no amount of, they can't write no damn paycheck to pay you for what they did to you. You know how many of our people they done murdered? Millions. We never even know for sure. How the fuck is you gonna fix that with a damn paycheck, bro? You can't. To be honest, that's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful to think you can pay me with a worthless ass piece of paper, American dollar. You gonna give me millions of pieces of paper with my oppressor face on it in order to fix the wrong that they done did to us these last 500 years. Y'all ass is crazy, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. There's no hope for our people in this country unless you put your faith in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and his son. His name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shai. Anything other than that, you might as well just fucking give it up and just throw it away, bro. We need the Heavenly Father to come and deliver us. That's what we need. That's the only thing, salvation from God. That's the only thing that's going to heal our people and fix our people. You think a paycheck from the same people that oppressed us is going to equal it out? They done killed millions of us. How the fuck is you going to fix that? This is why we need God. Our people be playing the shit, mocking God and shit, bro. We need God. How are you going to fix them feeding our babies to alligators? How are you going to get them to pay for that? You can't. Come on, man. Fuck.
All right. And he's absolutely right. He is absolutely right. This damn devil here, right? This man here. That's who you're asking for help. Just look at him. That's Esau right there, man. That's what they look like. All of them, cave dwellers. They're the cavemen. We're going to run them back to... we ran them to the cave. We're about to run them out the earth next. Anyway, he's right, though. He's, everything he said was right, okay? If you're bugged out if you're hoping for reparations from this devil, man. And just keep watching this lesson because I'm about to bring out some precepts that are going to show you we're going to get reparations, but it's not the way that you're hoping for because that's not the right way. We just have to be patient and trust in the Lord, okay? And if you are a part of the elect, you're going to get your reparations. But our nation as a whole, whether you're the elect or not, we're going to get our reparations. 2/3 will be destroyed. They'll come back in the kingdom, in their right mind, and they'll benefit through the new earth. But our nation is going to get the world. We're getting everything they have, all right? And I'm going to prove this in a minute, all right? But for right now, I just want to show you in the book of Matthew, right? Let me just quickly turn to it, right? Okay, because... oh, wrong way. Matthew, chapter 6, start 19. It says here, lay up for yourselves treasure... lay not... let me read that again, man. Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, Because, our riches here, man, are temporary. You can have it 1 minute and you can lose it 1 minute, right? That's like moth and rust corrupting, right? And where it says thieves break through and steal, that's representation of Esau because he's a thief that cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy, the Bible says, right? It's talking about Esau, Edom, man. He's the thief. What does he do? He goes around, colonizes people's lands and steals their resources. Rape, rob, and murder, man. This man, he's the thief that the Bible's talking about, right? But the way that they will thieve our treasures upon earth, so if you lay up treasure upon earth where moth and rust corrupt and thieves break through and steal, when it says thieves break through and steal, what does this man do? He takes all your money in taxes, man. He steals your money, okay? This is a representation of a thief coming through and stealing your goods, your treasure, all right? Your wealth, okay? You're not going to... he set up a system to where you ain't getting no wealth, all right? You're not going to keep working your 9 to 5 and one day be up there with the elites, man. They try to give you... they try to tell you if you go to college all your life, dedicate all your life to college, getting a degree, then you can one day get a good job as a nurse or a doctor or whatever. Listen, man, it's all a bunch of bullcrap, all right? It's all a bunch of bullcrap. You're paying all this money into student loans and this and that. This system ain't... trust me, man. You're sacrificing all these years for nothing because a lot of people don't even get these jobs after they finish college, man. Anyway, verse 20 says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, right? And that's by doing the work of the Lord, when you do the work of the Lord, you're storing up treasure in heaven. You're stocking up on, riches in the new earth to come by building a righteous legacy, And it says where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through, nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, right? So, this ain't our rest. We need to, focus all our energy on the world to come, because this world is almost over. We ain't got but like a couple of months left, I'd say, the way things are looking. You got World War III, you got the dollar collapsing, you got BRICS then joined. They got gathered together, about 160 different countries have joined against the US dollar. You got Putin handing out America's enemies nukes like candy. This place is finished, okay? Even if he was to get reparations, right? Say Esau was to develop a heart, right? And he was to give you reparations, right? You ain't gonna, like the boy said in that video that I just played, you ain't gonna do nothing but give it right back to them. But not only that, he's gonna tax the hell out of it. And in the end, after all is said and done, you're gonna blow it on bull crap. It's gonna make your life worse, most of you, right? And then when it's all spent up and you then gave it back to him, then he's gonna say, right, now quit complaining. We gave you reparations. And you're going to be left unsatisfied, okay? You're not going to be satisfied with reparations, because no physical paper that they can give you can justify what they did to us, man. Okay? What you need to be focusing on is rulership. You need to have the mindset of having these devils under our damn feet for good, where they belong, okay? So that they can never oppress us again. Okay? This is what you need to be striving for, not equality. You don't need equality with the damn devil, okay? Snap out of it, right? Let me turn to one more preset, and then I'm gonna get to the meat of this lesson, right? All right, so this is the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little," right? So you're giving all your time, your energy to this system, this beast system, right? Working your 9 to 5 or going to college, right? So you're sown much, but bring in little. It says, "Ye eat, but ye have not enough." So you basically survive and you're staying above float, right? You're eating, you're surviving, but you don't have enough. You're not thriving. You're barely surviving. It says, "Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm." You're not satisfied, right? You're not getting what you deserve for the amount of time you're putting into this system, man. The toiling and the managing of your life and stuff to benefit Esau's system, Trying to find babysitters and childminders and pay for this, pay for that, man. People are running in circles, and then you go give it all back to him on Christmas when you're buying up things because of the tradition that he set up, which is rooted in paganism. The Lord ain't dealing with no damn Christmas, but you do the same thing every year, and you're all complaining about this world, but yet you love this world. It's crazy, man. That's mental illness. It says, "And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes." So basically, you're working your 9 to 5 all week, or 40 hours a week at least, right? And then you basically get paid, and then it goes right back to them, man. It's like putting your money in a bag with holes in it. It just falls right out. It's so true. These scriptures are on point, man. Okay, so, it's another reason why this ain't our rest. So you people that are seeking to, get above in this world, remember what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma? I forget the name of that place. Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think it is. It's lucky I forgot that. I said that wrong. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Anyway, that's a bit of a tongue twister for me. But Tesla, it's not Tesla. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Anyway, forgive me. Black Wall Street, man. This is commonly known as. But they bombed it, man. We had a thriving community. We had airports, banks, all of that. All so-called black owned, right? But what did Esau do? The government came and bombed it, man. Because the Lord said, no man shall buy you. And you're not going to be redeemed from these curses, but through the Lord, man. So when we try to do things our own way, the Lord will set up scenarios and use Esau as a sword, his whipping stick, to bring us back down. Because we ain't ready to be on top, man. We have to come through the right way. Come back to our Lord, all right? Right, now, I want to speak about Dr. Umar Johnson, because I know he's a bug out. He's with that Pan-African type movement, right? And he's constantly throwing around the word black a lot, right? He calls us black people and this and that, right? You just have to overlook all that, because some of the things he does speak sometimes make sense, and this is one of them, where he's speaking on reparations, all right? So I wanted to add this clip that I came across to this lesson. Lord willing, you're edified. Check it out.
A cash payout for reparations is a trap. And the reason a cash payout for reparations is a trap is because so much of what needs to be fixed in American society for African people will take more than cash to do it. In other words, I give D8 DJ Envy $233,000. Or if I take the Bob Johnson plan, he said each American African is due $350,000, right? I give you $350,000. Does that stop mass incarceration?
Nope.
Does that stop miseducation? Does that stop gentrification? Does that stop police genocide? Does that guarantee us access to wealth? I mean, in the state of California, what can you get with $233,000? I'm not even sure if that's enough for a house. And on top of that, the minute they give you the payment, they can reduce the value of the payment through inflation. So I can flood the economy with money so the 233 is only worth 120 in about 24 hours. And then guess what they're going to do after they give the reparations to African people? They're going to find subsidy programs to give to the LGBTQ, to the women, to immigrants, to other people. So at the end of the day, what looked like a step up for black people would be a step back. If I was in charge of the reparations conversation, number one, control of all black music must only be done through the black community. No non-African can control our music. Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Biggie, Tupac, if the publishing, if the marketing, if the promotion, if the recording is not controlled by black people, that has to change. We own our own music. Nobody can own, sell, produce, publish, promote black music but black people.
Why is that so important?
Because music is one of America's leading export industries. America makes more money off black music than almost anything else that she sells. So if we control the music, we have a steady stream of global revenue where we can build a black Wall Street in every single city in America for black people. That's how much money will be coming in from black music. That's one.
Now, let me just say that I don't approve of what he said at the end there. Now, it's true that, we don't own the music industry. We're not in charge of the music that we produce as far as rap and all that. The small hats, these people, right? This picture always makes me laugh, man. That's Esau right there. But them people, the grabblers, right? They're the ones that control the music industry. We don't own nothing in this world, okay? Our enemies rule over us, right? And, they weaponize the music industry against us. But, they ain't no building no Black Wall Street and all that. That's why I say Dr. Umar Johnson, he's a bit bugged out, because he's set up not to lead our people in the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is the right way. He's set up to lead our people astray, and the ones that the Lord ain't dealing with, that don't have the Spirit of the Lord on them, they're going to gravitate toward his way, and they're going to be destroyed, okay? Because they're not a part of the elect. They're not a part of the foundation of the new earth that's coming, all right? Because the Lord is gathering together the true believers and the ones that aren't bugged out and aren't seeking to build in this world. They're seeking new heavens and a new earth, man. Let me just pull that up real quick. One sec. All right, so this is 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, right? And the promises were given to the Israelites. So it's talking about us Israelites, right? So us Israelites, in other words, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. See? That's what we're looking for. That's our rest, okay? We ain't seeking no rest in Esau's kingdom. This place is through anyway. The Lord's about to show up and destroy this man soon. Okay, so why would we want to build in a place that's about to be destroyed? It makes no sense. Why would Dr. Umar Johnson be seeking to build a so-called black community where we have our own wealth and stuff, or have our own music industry, so we can build a new black, so-called black Wall Street, you know, like he said at the end of that video I just showed you, man. The man is bugged out because he don't possess no understanding, man. You know? Let me pull up a precept on that too quick, because something just came to my mind. Right, so this is Romans 11:7. It says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded." So our people are seeking answers. Our people, Israel, they're seeking answers as to why we're oppressed. You know, why Esau hates us so much and won't allow us to be free. You know, they're seeking answers. They're seeking the answers to the right way in life, to maneuver through this life. Israel have not obtained what they're seeking for. It says, but the election, meaning the elect, have obtained it. We understand what's going on. We understand what we're meant to do. It says, and the rest were blinded. People like Umar Johnson, man, they don't understand what's going on, you know, steady. And that Rashad Singleton, you know, he's steady screaming for reparations. That it ain't happening, buddy. All right, it ain't happening. It says, according as it is written, the Most High Yahweh Shem Yoshai have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. To this day. Okay? To this very day. These people are through. Bugged out, blind, lost, confused. You know, any man seeking reparations this is scripture is talking about you. You're blind, and you have the spirit of slumber, and eyes that you don't see, and ears that you don't hear to this day. Where's our reparations? It's craziness, man. Anyway, just got a few more precepts I want to bring out to close this lesson out, right? Because this is the meat of the lesson right here. I want to let you know that our reparations is coming, man. Okay? So you just have to be patient. The Lord is going to fight for us, and he's going to give us the justice that we're looking for, okay? But only if we come through the right way, okay? So let me quickly turn to the book of Job, chapter 20. And I think we'll start there because there's a couple precepts in Job 20 that speak on our reparations. And I think it starts at... Let me just read all of this, right? I ain't going to break it down too deep. You can pretty much get the idea. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth? It's Job 20:4. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, the so-called white man, right? And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment. That's the so-called white man also. There's many names for this man. He's a hypocrite, and he's known as the wicked, right? The nation of Edom. It says that their joy is only for a moment, because, you know, they might be living it up now, but it's almost over for these devils, right? It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, you know, he's on his high horse right now, right? Thinking he's all that in a bag of chips, right? It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Because he's about to go into extinction after he serves 1,000 years of slavery, after we take everything he has, all right? And they don't believe this is going to happen, but watch this space, man. It says, They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Because he's getting ready to go into extinction soon. Okay, it says, he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Okay, we chased him up into the caves one day, and we're getting ready to chase him out the earth next. It says, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, right? Because he's going to extinction. It says, neither shall his place any more behold him. This is the point. His children shall seek to please the poor, and we're the poor, okay, as so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and his children are the so-called white people that we see around us today, okay? So, you know, they're complaining about what their ancestors did. They're marching with us in these Black Lives Matter protests and all this stuff, you know what I mean? They're doing TikTok videos about the injustice that is done to our people. So that's his children seeking to please the poor, right? It says, in his hands shall restore their goods, because these devils are about to give everything that they've stolen back to us. And it ain't going to be willingly. They're going to have to do it by force. It says, his bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. And that's beyond the point. It's basically saying that this man is going to leave behind a horrible legacy when he's gone. He's forever going to be known as the devil and the reason that this world was jacked up. Right? He's going to take that to the grave with him. Now, let me quickly turn to Job 20 and 18. That's where it is. Yep. Just a bit further down, because you're going to love this. Right? Job 20:18, it says, that which he labored for, you know, these devils, they put us in slavery to get ahead in life and build wealth for themselves and have the fatness of the earth and all this land and stuff, you know. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore and shall not swallow it down, right? So he's getting ready to give everything back that he stole. It says, according to his substance, which he owns the whole world, it says, according to his substance shall the restitution be. He's going to restore everything he has according to his substance, right? It says, and he shall not rejoice there, and he ain't going to be pleased about it. This nigga don't want you having nothing, okay? This white nigga, this cave nigga don't want you having shit, all right? Excuse my French, you know. It says, because he have oppressed and forsaken the poor, which is us, right? Because he have violently taken away an house which he builded not. So this man steals everybody's land and resources and stuff, right? It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired, because this man, he's basically gained his position in this earth as the ruler of the earth through bloodshed, robbery, deceit, and violence, right? Rape, rob, and murder. And, you know, he can't feel quietness in his belly. Oh, shoot, that's the spirit. I was just speaking on that. Prepare slaughter for his children. That's the spirit. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, meaning he's not going to be able to live happily ever after with what he did in this earth, man. You know, he's got a shameful legacy, man. You know, his glory is shameful. His glory is turned to shame. His legacy is shameful. He don't feel quietness in his belly. His belly ain't feeling good. He's eating. He swallowed down riches and he's about to vomit it back up. He ain't fit. His belly ain't gonna be satisfied. He's gonna have a bad stomach, and he's getting ready to spew it all back up because it ain't done the right way. His man stole his way to the top, and now everybody worships this man like he's something special when he's scriptures calling the basis of all men, all nations. This man. So he's not gonna save of that which he desired. You know, he thinks he can ride off into the sunset with what he done. Everybody believes in karma until they're at the receiving end of it, basically. And this man's about to be at the receiving end of karma, okay? So he's not going to save of that which he desired. Now, I've got another quick preset I want to bring out. Well, two more actually, and then I'm gonna play a video and then we'll close this out. I know this lesson's been drawn out, but Lord willing, you've been locked in and are starting to realize that, you know, reparations is ludicrous, man. Let's turn to Obadiah 1 and 17, because the book of Obadiah, the whole book of Obadiah, is dedicated to the so-called white man. Now, in Obadiah 1 and 17, it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. So the Israelites are getting ready to be delivered from the hands of their oppressors. And it says, and there shall be holiness, okay? We're going to be righteous. It says, in the house of Jacob, which is also the Israelites, the Mount Zion, Jacob, Israel, all the same, right? And it says, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Ah, Esau, you're about to cough it up, boy. All right, I might as well read 18 while I'm here because I love verse 18. It talks about Esau's extinction. It says, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. That's the northern and southern kingdom. It says, and the house of Esau for stubble, the so-called white man. You've been getting ready to be cooked by them nukes you created. The Lord gonna make you kill yourselves by the weapons of mass destruction that you created, man. He's going to make you use them against each other, which is Russia and America. You're going to wipe each other out. It says, and they shall kindle them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. That means the white man's going into extinction. So how is salvation for everybody if the house of Esau is getting ready to go into extinction? That don't sound like salvation to me. So the Christians don't know what the hell they're talking about. Okay, it says, for Yahweh have spoken it, meaning it's set in stone, it's going to happen, and there's nothing you could do to turn it back. Esau can't repent, man. All right, he's through. So, you know, the point is in verse 17, because it says, in the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So we're getting ready to own everything that they have, right? All right, I got one more precept I want to bring out, and then I'm going to play a video real quick. All right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, and it's speaking to Esau, it says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. And we all know who this is talking about. Everybody's looking at Esau, the so-called white man, sideways, because look what you've done to the earth, man. And you constantly trying to blame other people, but everybody's starting to think to themselves, wait a minute, this man is the problem. This man is the reason for everything. Okay, which man? This man. This man right here. He's the reason for all problems on the earth, okay? Going down, through. So it says, woe to him. Woe means death and destruction. Woe to him that coveteth, okay, which means covet, basically, which to covet means to have a strong desire for other people's goods, right? Other people's possessions, right? And who does that sound like? This guy. This guy right here. Grabbler. Mr. Grabbler, man. Right? It says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. So you basically have the fatness of the earth. It says that he may be delivered from the power of evil, right? So he set up this whole system to benefit him, the court system. You know, he's also built bunkers to try and escape the nukes. You know, he's gonna be. He thinks he's gonna be delivered from the power of evil through his riches that he's stolen from everyone. He has an evil plan to basically leave us on the surface while these nukes are flying, killing us. You know, and when this system collapses, which he knows is gonna happen, they're gonna retreat and live in paradise under the earth while we're on top, starving to death and killing each other. Okay. That's him trying to deliver himself from the power of evil. But, you know, it ain't gonna turn out the way he's hoping anyway. I'll just leave it like that. But let's just play this last video because this is gonna take you by surprise. And this is gonna piss a lot of you off. All right. This is what Esau thinks about your reparations. This is what's going. It says British taxpayers have been paying for compensating slave owners until 2015. Now, you're not gonna believe this. Check this out. It's just crazy, man.
If you ever lived in the UK, you probably already paid reparations in your lifetime. But not reparations to the descendants of enslaved people, reparations to the families of slave owners. Now this story is one of the most shocking things I've found out since I started making TikToks. And ironically enough, there's a growing sentiment to blame the country's problems on recent migrants instead of looking at the elite British families that have been taking the country's wealth for centuries. And in this video, I have all of the receipts. So in 2018, the UK Treasury's Twitter account put out a post that said surprising hashtag Friday fact. The tweet told UK citizens that millions of you helped end the slave trade through your taxes. It said that Britain used £20 million to buy freedom for all slaves in the empire, and that living British citizens helped to pay to end the slave trade. But as many people pointed out before the tweet was quickly deleted, this was a really weird way to frame a more shocking reality. Britain borrowed £20 million, which is estimated to be the modern equivalent of £17 billion with a B, to pay slave owners after slavery was abolished. This means British taxpayers were compensating slave owners and their descendants until 2015 when the debt was finally paid off. In the words of a man mentioned in the Guardian article about this, so basically, my father and his children and grandchildren have been paying taxes to compensate those who enslaved our ancestors, and you want me to be proud of that fact? Are you fucking insane? And better yet, the University College of London did the Lord's work by compiling a list of 46,000 individuals and groups who received government payouts related to the abolition of slavery. And this included powerful and wealthy British elites like the family of David Cameron, and he was the conservative prime minister who had the audacity to go to Jamaica and say no to reparations while telling them, and I quote, that they should move on from the painful legacy of slavery. But the list also included everyday middle to upper middle class British families, who some of whom I assume are the type of people to sit around the dinner table and scoff at the idea of giving black people reparations because no one today was enslaved. And some of these records clearly show the investments made with that money and how those assets have been passed down to the living descendants of these slave owners who are the heirs of their family's estate. And I've been doing this type of work for a long time, and I know white supremacist logic is full of hypocrisy, but something about this fact was just almost too much for me. Like the type of reactions that I got for suggesting that black descendants of slavery get reparations, even though it's our families who suffered and did all the work. Meanwhile, people were paying white slave owners reparations until 2015 just felt so bizarre and almost unreal. And apparently I'm not the only one who felt this way because USA Today had to do a fact check of the situation. And what was their verdict? That it was 100% true. And this is something we only know because of a slip up on Twitter. Who knows what else is out there to uncover? I guess it's going to be a long year. Once again, I'll gauge interest for a part 5 in the comments, so let me know if you want that. And until then, follow for more.
Yeah, if any of you want any of these videos that I've posted in this lesson, these clips I've played, just let me know in the comment board and I'll do what I can to try and get you access to it. But basically, that's what Esau thinks of you when it comes to reparations, man. He's going to have you... not only is he not going to give you reparations, but he's going to use your money to pay for the people that put you into slavery, man. So you're giving them reparations, basically. That's the devil for you, man. That's this guy on the screen. Esau Edom, the wicked. Okay, the wicked that had to be revealed before the coming of the Son of the Most High. All right? That's the wicked that had to be revealed right there. The man of sin, the man of lawlessness, the son of perdition, whatever. You know, perdition means destruction. So the people that predestined for destruction, that's Esau. The planet will never know peace with these devils in it, all right? You're never going to get your reparations, so just let it go, Jake. All right? I mean, you are going to get it, but not the way that you're hoping for. I read to you precepts that let you know we're about to take everything they own. All right, and I'm gonna close it out here. All right, it's lucky for having this lesson so long and drawn out, but there was a lot to cover, and hopefully you understand that we need to be patient, wait for the Lord for our reparations. All right, it's the only way, Jake. And I'm sure there's many more precepts I could have brought out. If I've missed anything, You know, hopefully some of you Akim can comment underneath and put some precepts on the comment board. You know, I don't normally have anybody do that on my videos, and I would like to see, you know, that happen in the near future. You know what I mean? Because it does help the ministry. You know what I mean? So people that come across this lesson, they could be checking out comments, you know, as they're watching the lesson, and they can see some precepts that, you know, they'd never heard before in Christianity, and you know, might help to edify them even further than just this, you know, what I bring out in this lesson. So if I missed anything, put it in the comment board. And like I said, you know, if you want any of these clips, just, you could copy it. You know, if you want to go the route of copying it from, trimming it from this lesson, you can do it like that, or I could send you the raw copy. Somehow we'll figure it out. All right, I'll work with you and make sure you get it somehow. You know, if there's a will, there's a way, man. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. Lord willing, you've been edified, and F reparations, man. All right, store up your treasure in heaven. All right, so all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and Shalom Yashala.